As I mentioned at the end of the Azimut vlog from last week, on today's vlog we're going to talk about their Magellano 25 meter, and then at the end I've got a little piece on their up and coming 30 meter project as well. Now, named after the Portuguese explorer Ferdinando Magellano, who was the first European to ever cross the Pacific Ocean, these yachts are designed for long trips and long stays on board, to be comfortable, to be safe, and to be at the highest level of Italian luxury. Following on from my last vlog about Azimut, the Magellano collection has also seen a bit of a remodeling. Part of this is due to their involvement with a gentleman called Vincenzo Ducotis. Ducotis, who is an architect and a renowned player in the collectible art scene, is the mastermind behind her luxurious interior. Some of his most notable works are his furnishing pieces that have a sort of organic and raw quality to them. He seems to celebrate their natural imperfections, and you can see how he's translated this into the world of yachting. The natural colours of the ocean, the different shades of blue and green, have had a clear influence in his choice of materials. And even beyond that, Ducotis likes to use fiberglass in some very creative ways. He's taken this robust construction material and polished it up to create some very attractive design elements like these coffee tables in the lounge area. Now, before I continue, I just want to point out that there are two different interior design options. The timeless version, which I'd say is a bit more traditional and toned down, and then the contemporary version, with which Ducotis has had a much larger involvement. Here in the lounge area, Ducotis has taken quite a different approach to its layout. He's given it a much more geometric arrangement rather than the more traditional block layout like in the timeless version. I do like these irregular shapes though. They seem to promote a sense of fluidity in space. But light also plays a large role in this throughout the yacht, other than of course the large windows on the main deck. The forward wall to the stairs and galley is covered in mirrors, which gives an incredible depth to the room. The view of the sea literally becomes a part of the interior, but to be honest, I could see that being a little bit risky, especially if they're squeaky clean. Down at the lower deck, there are 4 cabins, a full beam owner's suite, 2 VIPs, and 1 single cabin. All of the crew quarters are forward of the mirrored walls, the crew mess and galley, and down into their cabins. They can also access the raised helm station from either the coiled staircase just before the walls or from a hatch at the flybridge. Although these kind of strategies to keep guest and crew flows separate might sound like quite minor assets, they are in fact quite important in giving the guests some privacy for those long stays on board. Ken Freivok is the genius behind her timeless design and elegant silhouette. Now, apologies Ken if I have butchered your last name there. A couple of the standout features are the retro-style windows in the hull, these very elegant slatted teak panels on either side, as well as these metal lines at water level, which I almost missed as they're such a subtle touch. There's some serious 1940s nostalgia going on here, and I love it. These might as well have been pulled off an old Pontiac. But this yacht, at least in my opinion, is more than the ocean-going traveller that they say she is. It really is a piece of artwork. I mean, the attention to detail is impeccable. Everything from the interior to the mustard pinstripe at water level is so immaculately put together. But let's not take away from the actual physical spaces that lay behind her beauty. She's got some very appealing and practical outdoor spaces as well. The beach club, which features some anti-slip to avoid any unwanted accidents, the comfortable seating area forward, and this very nice infinity terrace at the main aft deck, which looks like an awesome place to engage with the surroundings. Also, I do love a spiral staircase. The flybridge would probably be the main spot to hang out, read a book, or just soak up some sunshine. I've seen these Venetian blind-esque hardtops on some of Mancini's other yachts, and I imagine they'd be very well appreciated on those roasting hot days. Right, so I've allocated a whole section to the technical side of this yacht, as she really is brimming with interesting features. That's not even including the extensive use of carbon composite. A key aspect of the Magellano line is its efficiency and ability for long-distance cruising. This is where the new dual-mode hull comes in. Designed by a firm led by Pierluigi Ausonio, who also designed the D2P hull featured on the tri-deck, is a key piece of innovation ensuring a comfortable and safe ride while also increasing the range and fuel efficiency. So she's very comfortable whilst underway, but she's also fitted with a hotel mode, which means that all hotel utilities, things like air conditioning, are run on lithium-ion batteries, so that's no generators, less carbon emissions, and of course, an extra silent night's sleep. On that same note actually, they've made great efforts to reduce the sounds and vibrations. The owner's suite is essentially in a floating capsule with elastic joints to remove the vibrations from the propellers and engines. Speaking of the engines, you can choose between two MAN V12 1400 horsepower or 1550 horsepower units, with cruising speeds of between 18 and 22 knots, and top speeds of 24 and 25 knots. Now onto the 30 meter, and this will be unfortunately short. With the same designers and architects as the 25 meter, you can expect similar interiors as we've been talking about earlier, at least in the lounge area where there's the same sort of organic arrangement. She does look very similar with the same high volume design and plumb bow for strong ocean going capabilities, but the 30 meter has much higher freeboards which opens up even more interior volumes, and yet she has a much sleeker, almost modern silhouette, with of course that fantastic retro twist. Apologies that the piece on the 30 meter was so short. Unfortunately, there's just not that much information out at the moment, so don't hold me too responsible. But I mean, looking at the 25 meter, and I'm sure most of you would agree with me, I have zero doubt that she'd be spectacular. I love that sort of timeless yet modern feel that they have going for them. And actually, something that's quite interesting that I didn't mention earlier about the 25 meter is that she's fitted with this air conditioning system called the Be Cool system. Now this is based off NASA technology that's designed to kill all harmful microorganisms while still ensuring a thorough circulation and regulation of temperature. So these are not only masterpieces of art, but they're masterpieces of engineering as well.